Okay, last section. This is the last section of the hair portion. Chemical Virgin Relaxer. You will now perform the Virgin Relaxer portion of this exam. In the left front section of the head, you will apply a Virgin Relaxer application. You'll be instructed by an examiner to demonstrate smoothing. This procedure is 10 minutes and you'll be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. So we're gonna skip this whole back section here. This gets skipped and we're gonna go right into the left front section. Sanitize. Oh, this is not very bad. Okay, new brush that gets thrown out. I'm gonna pitch that. And you have a new brush for this section. The comb is to demonstrate smoothing, but I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to demonstrate smoothing. You're probably not gonna end up choosing to use the comb. I feel like putting on the gloves is like the most stressful part of testing. Right, relaxer label goes out so that they know you're on the relaxer portion and you're using relaxer product. Okay, so we've already put barrier cream around her. We did that at the beginning of all of these sections. So what I recommend to you, I also recommend that you have a towel out. Is there an extra towel? I think we had you put a towel in your bag for a couple reasons, but I recommend you have a towel out or at least paper towels for this portion. They want you to use 1/4 inch to 1/8 of an inch sections, so small sections. Okay, what happens? What do we do if your drape is not maintained?
Redo it.
You just redo it. Don't panic. There's also extra towels in your setup bag and extra towels in this bag. That would have to be thrown away. Okay, and then I would get a new towel. Important thing is that we don't panic. So 1/4 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch sections. This is a Virgin Relaxer, so you have to keep it off the scalp and keep 1 inch of it off of the ends. So 1 inch of ends are left out and about 1/4 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch away from the scalp. Can you double check the amount away from the scalp?
I was gonna say, I think it's 1/4 to 1/2 inch.
1/4 of an inch to 1/2
Double
inch.
check. Apply simulated relax part 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch from scalp.
1/4 inch to 1/2 inch from the scalp.
And the what did you say, the 1/8 and the
1/4 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch of
That's-
sections.
yes.
Okay, now you need to make sure that the top and bottom of your section is saturated. And this is where that towel is gonna come in handy. Because you don't want to get product where it's not supposed to be, right? like on the skin or on the ends. So you're gonna wanna wipe your hands as you go. Another tip is, what you don't wanna do is lay your hand flat, because you're gonna end up getting product on the other sections where it doesn't belong. So keep your hand out kind of like 90 degrees from the scalp, so that you're not like pressing the sections together. Because if you end up pressing the sections together, then you're gonna get product where it's not supposed to be. So this section is going to take you the full 10 minutes. Having fun out there. Okay, see how I have my hand out and not down? And you don't want to really manipulate the hair other than downward. I was going side to side a little bit to make sure my section was fully saturated. But ultimately, you need to end with a downward motion, because this is a relaxer. Relaxers are meant to smooth the cuticle. And if you do any other motions other than downward, you could get a frayed cuticle or a frizzy outcome with the relaxer. Now, of course, keeping your section small is going to ensure that you are saturating both sides without having to really grind it in there. So 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch sections, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch away from the scalp, 1 inch away from the ends. Okay, I'm gonna do one more piece for you, and then we're gonna pretend like I did the whole section. Okay, so let's say I've done the whole section. Then you're gonna stand and wait for an instructor to come to you. And then they're gonna tell you to demonstrate smoothing. So don't take your gloves off yet. Keep your gloves on. They're gonna come up to you and they might look at it, make sure there's no product where it's not supposed to be. And then they'll say, okay, demonstrate smoothing. So there's 2 ways you can do that. You can use a comb if you want, in which case you just pick up one section and you'll use the spine of the comb, and you'll go from root to ends, and then you got to do the back, root to ends. So that's one way you can smooth. Or you can go the really easy route and use your peace sign, root to end, root to end. Product is now hitting the root area and the ends. And that's how you smooth the Virgin Relaxer. And then they'll say thank you, that's their indication that you're done, and you can clean up.